Hello everyone, FedEx Gaming here, and welcome back to another how-to build video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build 5 of the simplest elevators inside of Minecraft. Now, they're going to get progressively harder when we start off from here and work our way to the right. And actually, one of these elevators inside this list is my absolute favorite elevator in all of Minecraft. Now, just giving a heads up before we jump into all these elevators, they all work on Pocket Edition. The final 2, you're going to need to tweak just a tiny little bit, but of course, I'll show you how to do that when we get to them. So the first one right here, everyone should obviously know, and I decided to put this one in the list just because it's probably the oldest elevator in Minecraft, and that is the water elevator. So we simply just have to go inside of it and then just climb our water like this, and we can go to one floor, go back in it to the second floor, and then yet so on and so forth until we reach the final floor of our water elevator. And then to get down, just go inside your water elevator and just fall all the way to the bottom. I was kind of iffy on adding this one in, but I just decided to do it because it most likely is the oldest elevator inside of Minecraft. Next up on the list is going to be a tripwire hook elevator, and actually these things can be sometimes a little tedious, but I made one, guys, that is so easy to build. It is ridiculous. So all we have to do is just walk right here, hit this pressure plate, stop right here between the water and the fence, and just jump. So we're just going to jump right up our tripwire hook elevator. And if you notice, before I went up it, there's little enclaves on the sides. That's just extra rooms in case you want some extra rooms inside your thing. But here I am all the way at the top, and to get back down, just go right here and fall into the water. Now, if I go right here, I can actually go to different floors. So right here is, floor 1. And then if I go jump 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm on floor 2. And then if I come back here and just stay right next to the fence, there is floor 3. So boop, there's floor 3. And I think I went to 1 too high. Yep, there we go, floor 3. And then last but not least is the last floor. And guys, I made this thing super easy to build. Here's the redstone. That's it. That is all the redstone for this elevator. I made it very small and compact. Third up on the list is, of course, going to be a TNT elevator. So we come right here, and I know TNT's been a little bit iffy on console lately, but I think I made one pretty decent. But of course, I feel like this one's probably harder than the other two, just simply because of the amount of TNT you need to make this thing work. So let's go ahead and click the button. And if you notice, I have slime blocks here. That's just to get down. So boom, I'll go flying into the air, and you can probably make this thing go higher, and of course you can make it go lower, but I mean, I haven't really seen that great of a TNT elevator in Minecraft console since the last update, so I think I did a pretty good job with this one. And then of course to get down, just whoop, hit the slime blocks, hold down A, and just walk right on out of our elevator. Now, fourth up on the list is one of my favorite elevators. It's not my favorite, so you kind of guess which one is my favorite, but this is a very simple multi-floor elevator. So all we have to do is flip down this lever, and guys, this thing is so easy to build. And look, you can get at least 4 floors out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4 floors out of this very simple multi-floor elevator. So all you have to do is come here, wait till a slab comes around, get on top of the slab, and then just go up our elevator. I know it's pretty slow, but the good thing about this elevator, since it is so slow, it works pretty well on, really high-end servers. If there's a lot of people on your server, this thing can work off pretty well. So now, of course, this is about the time I should be getting off the elevator. So, I'm just gonna get off on the 3rd floor because I keep falling through. But it's a very simple multi-floor elevator, and then to get down, just come to the other side, wait for a slab to come around, get on the slab, and then just take your elevator all the way down to the floor. Now, I'm not gonna wait because it is quite a slow elevator, but guys, very simple multi-floor elevator, and works really good in servers that has a lot of people. So let's just flip the lever and it should turn it off. And then 5th up on the list is a very simple piston elevator. This one is my absolute favorite elevator in Minecraft. It's just such a reliable elevator. It's always been so good to me. I mean, I've never had problems with it falling through the elevator or anything like that. It's just such a reliable elevator on Minecraft console. So all you have to do is come right here, stand right in the middle between the slime block and the piston, click the button, and we will be lifted all the way up to the top, and poof, there we go. And then of course to get down, just fall down on our slime block, and then go ahead and just walk on out of our elevator. Now, the cool thing about Pocket Edition though with this elevator is you don't need 2 rows. All you need is 1 row on Pocket Edition, and it works fantastic. So there is all 5 of the elevators. I should have had timestamps underneath every single one of the names, so if you want to go ahead and go to which elevator that you want, there's probably one elevator here that you don't need help building, but in case you're fairly new to Minecraft and you don't understand how it works, then it's going to be a fun little video. You get to see all these new types of elevators. So let's go ahead and jump into number 1. Now, the past 5 easy builds that I've done, I've given off resources for this, but guys, elevators are just so weird because it depends on how high you're going to go with the elevator. So I'm not going to be giving any resource lists for these builds. However, I will still give the definite spacing that you're going to need for them. So the water elevator is pretty simple. All we're going to need is a 2x2 spacing right here. This is where we're going to be going in, and then we're going to go up the water right here. So what you basically want to do is just build a wall up in the back. So let's go ahead and quickly build a wall up like this. And now what you want to do is pretty much go up 1 block from any one of these sides. Really doesn't matter. Just go up 1 block and place in a sign, and now just zigzag it all the way up. So we're just going to zigzag these signs. So just keep zigzagging your signs all the way up until you reach the top that you want to stop at. And then what we're going to do now is come out with walls on both sides like this. So just come up with your walls. Come up with your walls on this side as well. And now what I like to do is I like to use glass here. You can use whatever you like, really doesn't matter. But we're going to come up 2 blocks and place glass right here and just bring that all the way up in front of it like that. Now what we have to do is just fill it in with water. So go in between your signs and just fill it in with water. And that is it, guys. It is that easy to build. But of course, just in case you want to make some like little exit areas, so maybe this is the first floor, and then let's say this one's, you want this to be your second floor right here. So all you do is just break out the glass. As you can see, the water's going everywhere. We do not want that. So just place a sign right here where the water block is, well, the water source, and then of course place another one right here where the water source is as well. Now you don't have to place signs here or here, but I think it just looks nicer when you have signs, extra signs just right here and right here like that. You don't have to, but I feel like it just looks a lot better. And that's basically it, guys. Very, very easy elevator. Probably the oldest elevator inside of Minecraft. So we go up the water elevator. So let's go ahead and get out. And then we go down the water elevator. All right, guys. Next up on the list is going to be the tripwire hook elevator. For this elevator, you're going to need a 5x4 spacing. So once you have your 5x4 spacing, come to the bottom left-hand corner and just count over 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to count up 4 blocks from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now right here, we're going to place in sticky pistons. And now what you're going to pretty much just do is go as high as you want for your elevator. So I want my elevator to go, let's say this high. I'm going to stop right there. And that's how high I want my, wow, I made that thing go a lot taller than I, let's try to keep, I'm just going to keep it the size of the water elevator. That's a little too much. That's going to make the tutorial very, very long. Next up, what I want you to do is we're going to place in staircases upside down, backwards, going in to the sticky pistons. So what I like to do is just place blocks up one away from my sticky pistons like that. Then I like to take out my stairs and place my stairs in backwards and upside down in front of every single one of my sticky pistons. Now, the reason why we're using stairs here is because 1, they look like full blocks from the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. 1, they look like full blocks from the front. And 2, you can't suffocate in them. They are transparent blocks. So when you're jumping, if you're on survival and you're jumping up, you won't take damage from them going inside of you because they are not full blocks. Now to get the ball rolling with this build, what we're going to do is come off to the bottom sticky piston right here and come out 2 blocks, 1, 2, and then come up a block and then just come out 2 blocks that way. So over 2, up 2, and then just place redstone right along them. And that's going to get the ball rolling for this. So all we need to do now is just place in a block of choice here. You will be able to see it. Place a tripwire hook off it. Place your string right in the middle of it. Place 2 blocks off your string, 1, 2. Break this block and then place another tripwire hook on this side as well. So now if I jump up and hit that tripwire hook, boom, it will activate those 2 sticky pistons. As you see, boom, it's activating the 2 sticky pistons. So now what we're going to do is place a fence gate right in front of our elevator 1 block away like that. And if you want to, go ahead and break this block right here and add in your water. So I'm going to go quickly take out a water bucket. There it is. And then we're going to place our water right here. And I'm also going to place another block here because I don't want it running that way. So there we have it. And then right in front of your fence gate, go ahead and just place in a wooden pressure plate. This is just so you don't have to open it and then close it when you go inside of it. All you do is just hit it, it opens, and then it will close on its own. And then you just have to stand here and then jump and then boom, boom, go up, go up, go up. So now to basically stop us from ending up on top of our fence gate, what we're going to do now is right above the string, place in a piece of fence. Choose any color that you want. It really doesn't matter. So now if I go in, boom, boom, the fence will close on me. I'll jump. And then I could jump again to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and so on and so forth. So now what we're going to need now is slabs for this part, because after the first one, you will need slabs. So we got our stone slabs out, and you're basically going to just do the same thing over and over again. So right here, we're going to come out 1 block now, and then we're going to place a slab in upside down, and then place in 2 going this way with redstone right along all the blocks. And then yet again, we're going to place in our tripwire hook here, our tripwire hook right here. So boop and boop. Place in your string, and then go ahead and place in your fence on top of it. And that's it, guys. Just the same thing over and over again. So right here, block, slab upside down, 2 blocks right here, boom, boom. Place in your redstone. Go ahead now and place in your tripwire hook block. So boop, boop. Place in your tripwire hooks. There we go. Place in your string. And then yet again, we're going to place in a fence right on top of that as well. And then I believe one last time we're going to have to do this. Yep, so block, slab upside down, 2 blocks, 4 pieces of redstone. And then we're going to place in our tripwire hooks, boom, and boop, like that. 2 tripwire hooks, string, and there you guys have it. That's basically the entire build. Well, that is the entire build. So when we walk in, boop, the fence will close on us. Now all we have to do is just jump, boom, boop, boop, and we can go all the way to the top without taking absolutely any damage because we did not use full blocks. And then, of course, to get down, just go right here and fall into the water. Now what we want to do is clean up this elevator because right now it looks ugly. So what I like to do is just fill in between all of our tripwire hooks like this, all the way to the top. Now what I also like to do is take out the color of the stairs that I use. So I'm going to be using dark oak planks. I'm going to place up a line of dark oak planks right here. So I like to just go all the way up right here and place in some dark oak planks. Now you don't have to do this. You can go ahead and just place in more dark oak planks on this side as well. It's completely up to you what you do. But what I did was I added in some rooms on the sides as well. So if you want to, you can go ahead and take out your dark oak fences or whatever fences you're using and just place them in between each one, just so it looks a little better than having a floating fence right there. And then what I also did was I made rooms. So we can go right here and we can make a room on this side. So let's say I want to hide up all my redstone with more blocks on this side right here. And right here, I can have a room now off to the side of the elevator. And then if we come up, let's say 3 blocks, because I like to have my ceiling at least 3 blocks so I don't hit my head when I'm jumping. So let's come up 3 blocks right there. See, as you can see, when I jump, I do not hit the ceiling. And we can have yet again another room right here. And then, you know, so on and so forth, depending on how high you made this thing go. So if I wanted to, I can come in here now, go like that. Stop right here. I can either go in this room right here or jump, 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 and jump, and then go into this room right here. Or if I want to go all the way to the top, just come right here, let it close again, and then go ahead and just keep jumping until I reach the top of the build. And what I like to do here all the way at the top of the build is I bring it up this many blocks like that. And now you're going to need a slab of the color that you use. So I'm going to be using my dark oak wood slabs and place a slab right here upside down like that. So now, boop, go all the way down. And then when I want to go all the way up, just bloop, and just keep pressing A until I reach the top of my build. There we go. I'm all the way at the top now. And then to get down yet again, just go bloop and fall into the water. And this is going to annoy me. Let me go ahead and just let me go. You're done, guys. You don't have to, I just want to bring this up like that. And there we go. I think that's a good looking elevator. I truly think that's a pretty good looking elevator, especially if you're making some sort of medieval world or something like that. All right, guys. So next up is the TNT elevator. So just caution, please don't blow yourself up. Please, please, please don't blow yourself up. So for this build, we're going to need a 7x7 spacing, and we're also going to have to dig down 3. Now that little 3x3 spacing is exactly where our TNT elevator is going to be going. All right, guys. So once you have your 7x7 spacing and dug down your 3, come to the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to count over 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to count up 1 and make a 3x3 spacing of dispensers right here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 like that. Make sure they're dispensers and not droppers. Then going into the left-hand side and the right-hand side, we're going to take out our redstone repeaters and place 3 repeaters going in. 1, 2, 3. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, and 3. Now behind all your repeaters, we're going to take out our redstone and bring our redstone all the way to the back, coming down 6 line of redstone. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do the same thing on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next up, take out your blocks and we're going to make a pyramid in the back. So make a pyramid, 1, 2, 3 like that, and come up 1, 2, and 3, making a little pyramid shape in the back, and place redstone right along the entire little pyramid shape. There we go. Now, around the entire lip of these dispensers, we're going to place in more dispensers, because the more dispensers, the more TNT, the higher we go. So, come right here, I'm going to place in 3 blocks, and then place dispensers facing inwards towards these dispensers. Then go into sneak mode and place in 3 dispensers on top of the repeaters. 1, 2, 3. Place 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. And place 3 right here as well, making a total of 21 dispensers. Now what we're going to do is go to every single corner of our dispenser and place in 1 block. So 1 block on every single corner like that. Take out your redstone and place redstone right along the entire top lip of your dispenser. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way around the entire thing. Don't place it inside of it. There we go. Place redstone right along the entire thing. Now what I want you to do is off one of these blocks, this one right here, or this one right here, we're just going to come down an extra block, take out a repeater, and place 1 repeater going that way on 1 tick delay. And that will make sure that all our dispensers go off at the exact same time, so everything explodes at the exact same time, flying us into the air. Now what I want you to do is take out your water bucket and place your water right inside the middle like that. And now go ahead and fill up all your dispensers with TNT. I have a ton of TNT in my inventory right now. This is going to take a pretty long time to fill up every single one of these dispensers, so I'm probably just going to fly through the video, but all you have to do is just come in here, and to get inside these dispensers right here, just come inside and go bloop and place them in like that. And then of course the bottom ones, just look down and place in your TNT right here as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just speed up the video so you don't have to watch me place in TNT into all these dispensers. All right, guys, then I'm back and I went ahead and filled every single one of these dispensers up with TNT. Now what we're gonna need is our slime blocks, and also you could pull out some carpet if you would like to change up the flooring instead of having to see those slime blocks. So take out your slime blocks and place in a 3x3 spacing of slime blocks right above the water. So boom, like that. And now just place in a 3x3 spacing. This is just so you don't accidentally kill yourself. You don't want that to happen. And then right on top of it, if you want to, take out some carpet and you can go ahead and make a design on top of the slime blocks so you don't have to see them. Now what we're going to do is hook up our button to make sure now everything is working. So to hook up our button, all we have to do is come back here to this little pyramid of redstone that we made before. I'm going to place a block up right from it right here with a piece of redstone on top of it. And then come up another block like that with a button off of it. And that's it, guys. That's the entire thing. So if I come right here and click my button, I should get launched all the way into the air. So kaboom, and we get flown all the way up into the air, and then we come right back down on top of our slime blocks like that. Now, like I said, the less TNT you use, you know, you won't go as high, but you know, you want to go as high as you want. You can. And then, of course, to clean it up, we're gonna go ahead and take out some quartz blocks and just place it right along all this redstone right here, so we don't have to see any of that redstone. And then what I like to do is I normally like to keep it flush to the wall because I just think it looks a lot better when it's like this. See how this is your, let's say this is your wall right here. I like it when it just looks like that. I don't know why. You don't have to. You can make it come out one more like this, but for me, I like it like that. So I'm now going to take out my carpet and just fill in a little bit more carpet right here so we can't see any of that redstone. So right here will be the build, and then of course you have to figure out how high yours goes and then just pretty much stop it there so you can land on a little launch pad at the top, like what I did over there. So boom. So I would end up right here, so I'd have to stop my character here and figure out how high this is. And man, this one went a lot higher than that one over there. You know, I probably used that one so many times that it was starting to run out of TNT. I should have double checked the dispensers before I did the whole intro, but there you guys have it. That is the TNT launcher slash elevator. Next up on the list is going to be the multi-floor elevator. Well, simple multi-floor elevator. For this build, you're going to need a 6x3 spacing, and you're also going to dig down a 2. All right, guys, so to get things started off with this elevator, once you have your 6x3 spacing and dug down your 2, we're going to come to the bottom left-hand corner, and we're going to count over 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, on the 4th block, we're going to go ahead and place a piston facing upwards. Now, what we're going to do is pretty much make our elevator first. Now, before you say it, this cannot go any higher. A piston can only push up to 12 blocks, so it cannot go any higher than 12 blocks. So now what we're going to do is right off of this piston, let's use a different color. We're going to come up 12 blocks from this piston. So make sure you count out exactly 12. If you do more, it will not work. If you do less, then the elevator is going to be one less shorter than it should be. So we're going to come up 12 blocks from this piston. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No more. You can do less, but then it's going to be smaller. Then off the right-hand side of it, right there where you can see our piston, we're going to place another block right here, and then a piston facing inwards. Break that block. It's not needed. Next up, come out 2 blocks from this piston. 1, 2. Break this block. The only piston that should have a block in front of it is this one right here. Next up, what we're going to do from here now is we're going to come up a block right here and place a piston facing downwards. Break that block. It's not needed. And now all we have to do is just go all the way back down. So just come over 2 blocks like this and then just bring it right down following the same line of blocks all the way to the bottom. Now, like I said, this is the only piston that should have a block in front of it. So off of this one, we're going to have a piston facing inwards and then break the block because, like I said, that one is the only one that should have it in front of it. Only one. I can't stress that enough. Whenever I built one of these in the past, people would always say it's not moving. Well, this is the only piston that should have a block in front of it. Next up, place a block right down here at the bottom piston with a repeater going into it on 1 tick delay. Then place a piece of redstone out from this block right here, and then a piston facing upwards like that. Now, PE players, this is going to change in the future, so you can't test it along with me. You're just gonna have to wait to the end, and then I'll make all the adjustments for you so you can get yours working. But for now, just follow along, and then we'll make the adjustments later on down the line. Now, in front of this piston, we're gonna place a block on top of it, and now we're gonna place a redstone block on top of that, like so. And now what I want you to do is just bring a line of blocks going all the way to the top until you reach this piston right here. And then we're going to make sure that we are flush to the piston. So break this block and place a redstone block right here. So it should be flush by the piston. So as you can see, if I walk right here, I'll get stuck on the piston. So let's just count out the blocks. So from this redstone block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There should be 9 blocks and then the redstone block. Next up, coming out from this redstone block, we're going to place a block right here. And then a repeater going into that piston on 2 ticks delay. And then coming out from the right-hand side, we're going to place a repeater going that way on 4 ticks delay. Place a block in front of the 4-tick delay repeater. A block over right here with redstone on top of both of them. And a block in front of the redstone. And then right above the 4-tick delay repeater, go into crouch mode and place in yet again another block with a piece of redstone. And then we're going to need another piston facing downwards, right like that. And that will activate the top 2 pistons. Next up, what we're going to do is swing all the way back down here to the bottom. And you know what? We're actually going to need another row. I completely forgot about this right here. So just dig out another little row. It shouldn't take up too much space. And oop, we just activated that piston right there. So now what we're going to do is just come out a block from this redstone block like this, and then have a repeater coming out of it on 4 ticks delay. Next, place a block in front of the 4 tick delay repeater, and place a piece of redstone on top of the block. Now what we're going to do is just bring a line of blocks from that piston over to this block right here. So come out 1, 2, and then 1 over, and place redstone along all the blocks. Next up, come down a block underneath this block right here, and place a repeater going that way on 2 ticks delay. Then place a block in front of your 2 tick delay repeater. And that should be everything hooked up. So if I actually started this thing up, it will make this thing go around and around and around. So all we have to do is just add in a monostable circuit, and we can get this thing all hooked up. So come right down here behind this 1 tick delay repeater that we placed at the beginning, break down a block, and place a regular piston facing upwards with a sand block on top of it. Next up, place another repeater going into that sand block. Then behind the repeater, break a block right here, place a piece of redstone, take out a block of choice that you will be able to see, place it on top of the redstone, and then just place a lever right here, and that will be your activation key. So when I flip this down, boom, as you can see, it will start pushing the blocks around in a circular motion. See, all the way around. You know what, let me go ahead and just change up the color real quick. So to turn it off, let's go and quickly just break that block right there, because we didn't add in the turn off switch just yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add in let's put a pink block right here, and then I'll come back over here and just place in that block right like that. So now let's go ahead and test it out so we can see that everything is working. So boop, and there goes the pink block all the way around the entire thing. So up and up and up she goes. There we go. So let's go ahead and turn this thing off once again. So just break the block again, let it turn off, and then let's go ahead and place it back. So now to turn off the mechanism, when we flip the lever off, all we have to do is just place a block right here, place a repeater coming out of the block with the lever on it. So we're going to place a repeater going that way towards our redstone block. Place a block in front of the repeater, a block down with another repeater next to that redstone block, another block in front of the repeater, and then place 2 pieces of redstone going that way. So I'm going to just quickly change out the blocks. So 1, 2, and then going into that block right there, we're going to place in a sticky piston. So we're going to need a sticky piston facing towards the block, and that's how it's going to turn off. So when we flip it on, boom, it will start activating it. As you can see, the pink block is going all the way around. And then to turn it off, all we have to do is flip it up, and what it's going to do is pull that block out, turning off the mechanism. So there you go. Turns it off, flip it back the other way, turns it on, flip it that way, and it turns it off. So now all we have to do is just exchange all these blocks for our elevator blocks. So now you can go ahead and choose a color of your fence gates and your slabs for your elevator. I'm just going to be using dark oak fence gates and stone slabs. So what we're going to do is start off right here where this piston is with the only block in front of it, break it, and then just place in a slab normally. Just place it in the normal way. Do not place it upside down. Make sure you place it this way. On PE, you actually should be fine, but on console, you need the slab to be down here or you're going to fall through the slab. And then right above it, we're going to place a fence gate and then open it up. Break this, place another fence gate on top of that and open it up, and then so on and so forth. So above this, we're going to place in a slab, then break these 2, place 2 fence gates, 1, and then on top of this one, we're going to place another one, 2, break this block right here. We're going to need a slab upside down, 2 fence gates, so 1 and 2, break this slab, and just do that around the entire thing. And I believe there's only one spot where you're going to have 3 of them, and I'm pretty sure we can just wait to the end for that one. So we're going to place another fence gate right here on top of this one. There we go. Then right here, we're going to need a slab, because like I said, it's just slab 1, 2, slab 1, 2, slab 1, 2, slab 1, 2. So slab 1, 2, slab, and then we're going to have 2 here. 1, 2, slab, 1, 2, then slab, 1, 2, slab, and 1. Oh, there we go. And 2 should go right here, like that. And oh, I can't get in. Hold on one second. We gotta have a block on top of it. Forgot. And there we go. Now break that block right there. And now we should have yet again another slab right here. And as you can see, there's 2 together. There's always going to have 2 together. There's nothing you can do about it. But that's it, guys. So now when we flip it on, boop, our elevator is going to go all the way around. And as you can notice, our fence gates are closing. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want our fence gates to close. So to stop that from happening, to stop your fence gates from closing like that. So to stop that from happening is quite simple. All we have to do is just place a block right here off the middle block like that. And then come to this side and just put a lever off the side of it. And then flip down your lever. And do the same thing at the top area as well. Come all the way to the top. Come right here into the middle. Place a block like that. place a lever off the backhand side of it and just flip it on. And when the gates come around and hit the block, they will reopen up. So let's go ahead and flip it down now. And you'll see that now the gates will not close. See, the gates will not close because there's power being sent to the gates while they're going around. So this one should now open up once it reaches the bottom. And there you guys have it. So now none of them are closing. So now all that's left to do is just clean up the area. So we're going to place some blocks right here in the middle like that. And we can go ahead and place some blocks on this side right here. There we go. And on this side as well, bring it all the way to the top. We want to hide up all of that redstone. We don't want to see any of that redstone whatsoever. And then, of course, come right here into the inside. Place blocks going all the way up like that. There we go. And this side as well, all the way up until you reach the top. There you guys have, there is this simple multi-floor elevator. And what is that? Let me go ahead and just change these colors real quickly. I completely forgot to change these around. That looks really weird. So I'm going to quickly change those colors over. There is still one more thing we have to do. So there's our multi-floor elevator. Now all we have to do is just put in the floors. So the first floor should always have just a line of slabs right at the front of it, so when we come into the elevator we can go up the slabs and then onto the slab, because if we don't, you're probably just going to miss the elevator. And then now what we have to do is pretty much come up an extra floor like that and place in slabs here. So that's going to be the second floor right here. So now we can walk right into our elevator. So next up is going to be the third floor. We have to make sure that we do not hit our head on the floor. See, if I can't place a floor here because I'm in the way, so we have to make sure we put it in the right size like that. There we go. So I'm going to stand right here and place in another floor right like that, and you should be able to get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 floors at least out of this. So let's go ahead and go up one of our floors. Come right here, wait for a slab to come around, and then just take the slab up to the next floor. There we go. So now I can get off the floor, and if I want to go down a floor, all I have to do is just wait for it to come back around, get inside of it, and then go down a floor like now. I'm going to go ahead and quickly make the changes for Pocket Edition people so it works on your Pocket Edition world. So for Pocket Edition people, what we're going to do is come back here, and where this 4-tick delay repeater is, we're going to quickly go ahead and change out the redstone in front of it to yet again another repeater and set it to 2 ticks delay and place a block in front of it. So that's going to be one of the changes. Then we're going to swing all the way to the top, and where this 4-tick delay repeater is, come right here to this redstone, break it, and place a repeater going into the block on 1-tick delay. Swing to this side and set this repeater to 3 ticks delay. Now there's one last thing we have to do, and that is to change up the monostable circuit, because this monostable circuit does not work on Pocket Edition. So we're going to swing back down here to where our lever is. We're going to break out these blocks right here, remove the sand block and the piston block, remove this repeater, and what I want you to do is face an observer block towards this repeater. So you're gonna have to go out and take out an observer block. I'm on console, so I do not have observer blocks, so I'm just gonna pretend like this furnace is an observer block. So what I want you to do is, where the repeater is, stand on top of your repeater and place in your observer block facing this way. Make sure you face it towards the repeater. So I'm going to come out of here now. Just make sure your observer block going that way. And then in the back of your observer block, there should be like a little tiny red dot right there. We're just going to place a repeater next to it, set it to 4 ticks delay, and then place redstone right along this area. And that will be the fix for PE. It should be working absolutely fine on Pocket Edition. Trust me, I tested it out and everything is working on Pocket Edition with those changes. And last but not least is going to be the simple piston elevator. So for this build, you're going to need a 6x3 spacing, and you're also going to have to dig down 1. Also, I think I forgot to mention the redstone clay is where our elevator is going to be going. So once you have your 6x3 spacing, come to the bottom left-hand corner and count to over 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to place a piston right here facing upwards, and then you can go ahead and place in your slime block as well right next to it. Then right next to your slime block, we're going to go ahead and place in a piece of redstone, place a block on top of that redstone, and then place a button off that block that's going to activate everything. So take out your button and place your button off the side of the block. When I click it, as you can see, the piston will go up. Now off the side of that piece of redstone that is underneath our button, we're going to place a block with a redstone torch off the side of it. So when I click the button, the redstone torch goes off. Then we're going to place a block on top of the redstone torch, 2 blocks over with 2 pieces of redstone, another block up like that with a redstone torch off the side of it. It should go off, and one off this side as well. It should go off. So when I click the button, they both come on. Boop and boop. Now this is where we're going to place in our sticky pistons and our pistons. You can go as high as you want. It really doesn't matter. This thing is so easy to build. It's so reliable, guys. So what we're going to do is start off right above this redstone, placing in 2 sticky pistons and then 2 pistons facing upwards. And that's literally it the whole way up. So 2 blocks, 2 sticky pistons, 2 pistons facing upwards off the front of them. Not there. There we go. 2 blocks, 2 sticky pistons facing forwards, 2 pistons facing upwards, 2 blocks, 2 sticky pistons facing forwards, 2 pistons facing upwards, like that. And I guess I'll stop there because, guys, it's just the same thing over and over and over forever. So now what we have to do is just set up all our pistons. So what So to start off by setting up our pistons, what I want you to do is come back to the button block and just bring blocks going all the way up the side. Same thing on this side, just bring them going all the way up the side like that. And let's just make sure it's leveled off of it. So now we're going to basically be doing the same exact thing for every single line because it is just that easy. So we're going to come right down here, find out the level of your pistons, and we're going to come down, make sure you're flush to where your pistons are. I'm going to place a block right here with a piece of redstone on top of it. And then we're going to go ahead and place a block off the side of this one with a repeater coming out of the block on 2 ticks delay. Now for Pocket Edition people, every single repeater that you have next to this piston has to be on 4 ticks. So just make sure every repeater, these are the only repeaters. So every repeater that I say has to be on 2 ticks, just make sure yours is on 4 ticks and it will work absolutely fine. So we have our 2 tick delay repeater here, place a block in front of it. And now what we want to do is just make sure this is hooked up to this redstone right here. So place a block right here with a repeater going into that redstone on 1 tick delay. And we're going to do the same thing on this side as well. So basically coming out of this redstone torch right here, we're going to place a block, have a repeater coming out of it on 1 tick delay, place a block in front of it, place a piece of redstone on top of it. Then we're going to come a block out from here and place our repeater coming out of that block on 2 ticks delay. Pocket Edition people, make sure you set it to 4 ticks and then place a block in front of it. And that's the first row done. And it's just the same thing over and over and over again. So now what I want you to do is quickly just take out some glass or whatever blocks you want to use and just place in a line of blocks going all the way up. This will prevent us from getting kicked out of the elevator while we're going up. So I should be able to go up at least 1 floor right here. So if I stand in the middle and click my button, boom, boom. As you can see, I went up 1 floor. I'll go ahead and do it one more time. I'll stand right here. Boom, boom. I went up 1 just like that. So now what we're going to do is hook up the rest of it. It's the same thing over and over again. Really doesn't matter which side I start from because, guys, same thing over and over again. So coming out of the block that has our 2 tick or PE people 4 tick, we're going to place in a redstone torch and then a block on top of the redstone torch and then a redstone torch to the side. It should go off. And then we're going to do the same thing we did down here. Place a block right here, place a block right here, place a piece of redstone, place a repeater coming out of it on 2 ticks, Pocket Edition 4, and then place a block in front of it, and now set a block right on top of this redstone like that. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Now to make it really, really easy so you don't get lost anywhere, what I like to do is right above the first piece of redstone, just place a block and then do redstone and do that all the way up. Just block, redstone, and that will keep you from getting lost. And then what I also like to do is just come out an extra block off this side as well, and then place a repeater just coming out of it on 2 ticks or 4 ticks for PE like that. There we go. And now all we have to do is just set up our redstone torches. So in front of every single one of your 2 tick delay repeaters, there should be a block like that. And then place a redstone torch off the front of every one of the blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Place a block on top of every one of the redstone torches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just place them off the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then place blocks above them after that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's it, guys. It's that simple. All you have to do is that same thing all the way up to the top. So go on top of every single one, a piece of redstone, and place a block, redstone like that. Then come off this side right here and place a repeater coming out of it on 2 ticks, 4 for PE. So repeater, 2 ticks like that. Block in front of the repeaters. Redstone torches off the sides of them. Blocks on top of the redstone torches. And then torches off the sides of them. Boom, boom. And then place your blocks on top of the redstone torches. And I missed one. As you can see, I missed one right here. So I'm going to place another redstone torch here. Block. Redstone torch to the side. And then block on top of that, guys. And it's that easy to build. Same thing over and over and over again. So now let's go ahead and just test it out to make sure the entire thing is working. Click the button and boop, 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 all the way to the top. Now what we want to do is make sure we get kicked out of the thing so we don't accidentally stand there and just, re-fall down. We don't want that to happen. So mine actually stops 1 more block higher than I let it to stop. So there we go. Let's just add a few more blocks right here. So now I want to get kicked out once I get to the top. So place 2 blocks above the top 2 sticky pistons. Place in 2 more sticky pistons with blocks in front of them. Use whatever color you want. And now what we have to do is just send power to right here. So we already have it set up. We already have this part set up. So what I like to do is just place a repeater coming out of this side, set it to 4 ticks, place a block in front of it, and let's bring it down right here, sending power to it with redstone. And that's it. That's the entire elevator. You can make it go up a lot higher if you want to, but let's go ahead and just test it out. Boom, up, 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 and we get pushed out at the end. And then to get down, just fall down on top of your slime block. And there you guys have it. Very simple piston elevator. And then, of course, clean it up. So we're going to fill in some blocks right here. I like to fill in actually with like glowstone or sea lanterns just so it has some light. Let me go ahead and switch this over to, yeah, that looks good. And then we can bring it up an extra block right here. and bring this up and give it a little door at the top like that. There we go. Now that looks like a good elevator. Let's go ahead and use it one more. Actually, I'm going to come up one more side on this because I like to keep it flush to the wall. I don't know why. I just like to keep it flush to the wall. So I'm just going to bring it up an extra little thing. As you see, it looks really dark inside the elevator. However, if you use sea lanterns or glowstone, it really lights up the elevator. So let's go ahead and use it one more time. So click the button and then up and up and up and up and boop, we get kicked out. And then of course, to get down, don't fall off the side and die. Come over here, fall on top of your slime block, and then go ahead and just leave the elevator. But there you guys have it. That's how you build 5 simple elevators inside of Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay tuned with my newest videos. All right, guys, boop. And it's gonna take a little while. Boop. Peace.